explain. I shared this one with the elementary majors Monday. They said it is really conceptualized. Their knowledge so far all scattered in one place. So please listen, although you know it, okay? Cognitive development. This is brain function. Why? Why we need cognitive development? As I said, it is we need to require that for our learning. So what is a learning? That is a comprehension. What we learned, we comprehend, right? So comprehended one goes to knowledge structure, as I said. So you already know this sequence, chained sequence. Cognitive development requires, learning requires cognitive development. Comprehension requires learning, and then knowledge structure. Only comprehended content will go to your knowledge structure. So I moved this one down here. Cognitive development, learning, comprehension, knowledge structure. So first, you heard about this. Cognitive development, I said sensory, right? Perceptual, conceptual. This is the way of our children's cognitive development. So sensory level means age, toddlers, or 3, maybe 4 years older. So that age, up to that age, they develop this sensory part. Perceptual, it is sensory is simple. What is a sensory? If they have a good sensory pathways, that means it's a global figure. So child just taking visual, tactile, auditory shots. What is a shot? Camera shot. And then they name. So they have image and name matching. So they see it. So toddlers, think about toddlers. I explained this one before. They heard big white things or black things in our kitchen. Mom opens it all the time. Daddy opens all the time and then take food from there. They heard refrigerator, or fridge. They saw, so big thing, they don't know what exactly that big thing is. However, that big white by the cabinet, kitchen cabinet, that is a refrigerator, fridge. Mom, they don't know mom's height. They just image of mom. Dad, they don't know what exactly mom means. It's a female, girl. They don't know those gender. They don't know their concepts. It's just mom. This looking is dad. This looking is brother. This looking is sister. That's what that age is, sensory level. So they understand everything is visually, very just simple way. Okay, so that's I said those memory, knowledge structure, they all taking shots, matching with the names, and then it goes to global pattern. It's just like that's how they memory their storage. They see it and then they already know that, and then they name it. However, I told you before, I used the bike example. So how many wheels the bike has, they may not answer. They have wheels, but they don't know how many exact wheels. So that's, sensory level. So next, perceptual level, it is around the age kindergarten, maybe early 3, 4, 5, and then this perceptual level has several, stages. So simply, perceptual level is a factual, concrete information. It's everything they see, sensory, they see it. Okay, that's a factual and concrete physical object. However, this age, they see features. So bike has two wheels, even though they may not count, but they know wheel. They can say it. How many wheels? They say wheel. So that means two wheels. If it's four wheels, they will say wheel. So that's, they see it more features there. Okay, so that's a factual and concrete information. At the time, in this level, they understand the linguistically, semantics. So I labeled it is a two-dimensional comprehension. This is a one-dimensional comprehension. It's a two-dimensional comprehension. So in this level, I said it's a pattern here. It's only the features does not make a pattern. That feature means they are seeing those feature what consists of, right? Pencil consists of letter and eraser. They may not know those names. However, they know what exactly it has. By age 4, 5, 6, 7, they started seeing that. So they see those features. If they can see those features, it makes them understand the function of the object. So they know the pencil has eraser, it can erase, and then they can see discrimination. They see pencil and pen, what makes those different. Both of them, they can write it and they can draw it. One cannot erase, the other one can erase. They understand the function of those physical objects. They understand the function, and then they know how to use it, how to operate it. Does it make sense? That's how they grow. Their comprehension grows based on that. So this is very simple, just knowing what it is. And then next one, see the details. So they know the features, what consists of a bike, what consists of a house, what consists of a shower, what consists of, computers. They know it. And then they know the function because they know the computer has a keyboard, mouse, screen. They know that function of the computer. They know function and then they know how to use it. That's a use, operation, and how to use. Okay. So it's you could see those comprehension, right? That's how they understand those linguistic. I see here is a linguistic comprehension means literal comprehension. Literal comprehension. So right now you are sitting in your room, if you're a mom, and then you say, I have to go to my office or, wherever you have a working stations, and then whatever names you use, let's say mommy's place, and then you say to your child, okay, I have to go to mommy's place. And then child asks, why? Mommy has a class. And then child may not know that level, it's based on the age. However, how much you communicate with the child and let them know their understanding. Later on in conceptual level, it's abstract concepts. And then you say, mommy has to go to my place. And then child, do you have a class? That is not literal comprehension. Mommy has to go to my place. Can you be quiet? Can you play with the dad? Can you play with your, toys or whatever names and dogs? Child knows. That's an inferential comprehension. Inferential comprehension. So children can assume, they can imagine, they can guess, they can plan, they can hypothesize. That's a conceptual level. They don't see it, but they can make a picture of it. They understand the reasons. So by these levels, if once students coming here, it's like age maybe 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, up to here, pretty much all learning is over. Their brain for learning. After this metacognition and higher order cognition is we utilize our brain. Still, it's still, you know, through cases, events, and things, we still learn. However, it's not knowledge, exact knowledge learning as a student. Okay, so our job, our students, why I'm saying this one repeatedly, because as a special education teachers, you guys have to understand this chained cognitive growing development functions. And then this growing means this learning is possible. This learning possible means their comprehension level is going up here. So it's like abstract concept learning. Their comprehension is inferential comprehension based on their social, emotional, cultural, all embedded. That's why I said three-dimensional comprehension. By this time, visually, children can say a model comprehension perception. So they can tell the things they cannot see, but they know it. So even though they see only 3 Legos on the table, however, they know there are 4 tables. So the table, rectangular table can have a balance. So they see, and then their picture, you see the baby's picture, you see, you can see this sequence. Their picture shows it. That's why I put the, 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional. So their pictures show 3-dimensional. They started showing volumes. And then they started drawing those invisible ones. However, it exists there. They knew that's existing there. So they started to draw. Okay, so that's inferential social. Okay, so these global pattern names, this categorization is a pattern categories because they know features. So they can categorize based on the features. So food, right? And then fruits, and then vegetables. And then vegetables, leaves vegetables and stem vegetables, they just root vegetables, they can go details. Because they understand the features, they understand those functions, they understand how to use it. So how do you know they have this categorization, classification functions? Very easy. You have a flashcard, and then you place a flashcard. One is a fruit, let's say apple. One is a bike. One is let's say, what else? Bedroom. One is a t-shirt. And then you ask the child, hey, Jenna, can I have pants? Give me pants. It's on the table. And then there are no pants. However, smart Jenna go look at you, and the hands is on the t-shirt, and then look at you. Yes. Why? You know the child. That's how you test. You don't, instead of asking the child, this is a categorized, it's not. And then bike there. And then you ask, can I have a car? And then first time, child look at you. Second time, they grabbed it and then look at you. That means look at you, means making sure. Am I right? That's what they are asking. And then you say, yes. And then from next one, so they just pick. Why? Oh, she's playing games. Okay, it's not here. However, this is. So you ask the child, do you know categorization? What is categorization? We don't ask. That tells the child has those concept of classification, concept of patterns. That's how we know. Okay, so child could not give you that. That means that they don't have that concept yet. And then you have to teach from there. So easily each one, we can tell, how, students do. So most of our students, almost 100%, they have a disability label. So you may, some students like ASD, intellectual disability, you have to start from sensory level. You have to build up. okay? We are not filling potholes. When we work with the children, they are not following us, and then we don't try to what parts they are missing. We are not doing that. What do? We, from the beginning, we do it, and then children cannot hide, they know, and then they already have those concepts, and you just move on very fast, and then you will find a certain part stopped. And then you slow down, very detailed, very thoroughly, you have to build. What we are doing right now in special education, we don't do this. We just focus on there right now, no matter what they have, we just still keep trying to teach it to read. We just work with the children without knowing all this. This is a schema. What is a schema? Right now, children can do this. This knowledge structure means we are building, filling our brain, our knowledge structure, cognitive structure. So mental efficiencies. So you say it, when I call Anna, and then Anna right away, yes, that means what? Anna knows that's my name, right? Very in a second, nanosecond, she responds. So that's, this knowledge structure one by one, this is sensory level knowledge structure. So many ASD children, if you are ASD major, so you have to work on this sensory part from sensory. 100%, it does not matter. Child is very smart, high functioning, still you need to work on from sensory level. And then next one, this parent category is very, very higher level in brain cognitive development wide, because in the beginning, visual attention, visual perception, they are not ready for this yet. Still, they are collecting, all those sensory part. Once they have enough, and then we go to these attributes first, and then we move on to functions, we move on to how to operate. So we go step by step, one by one, and then we make this knowledge structure. And then schema is abstract and then factual together. Schema has pretty much all we know in our brain is a schema and pattern categories. That's why just when I ask you about something, and then do you know banana? You know banana. Do you know with a banana, what can you make a banana? And then banana, we can make a banana bread. We can make what is that? Smoothie, right? All kinds of menus you can say. That's with the banana. It's a much higher level. You utilize most of kids like 3 years old. They believe banana is only for eating. You peel it and eat, right? So schema is you have 3 sets of a schema. You have a procedural schema, and then you have a semantic schema, and then you have an episodic schema. So when you finish this semester and then finish with me, still your memory will have me. Especially I'm the only Asian professor you have this semester, and then you will have me, and then that is my schema. Every of your schema, my schema could be different. Some has a good, because the schema has a feelings. It's not only knowledge, it has feelings because it's episodic schema. Okay, and then procedural schema, you know that many procedural schema we have. Right now, you're a very organized person and proactive person. It's all based on your procedural schema. So you go to the bathroom right away, you know what to do. Brushing teeth, your child knows what to do. It's all based on, so you are getting older, you have more schemas you are building. And then same schema could be failure with more information, or you create a new schema. Until you meet me, you didn't know about me. You heard maybe about me, but you never had a direct experience with me. Then this is the first time you're making schema of Dr. Ko or that professor, Asian professor, whatever names you have, okay? So that's a schema. And metacognition, these are much higher level cognition and you use, and teachers definitely need this. I say this one is more like a wisdom types of about your thinking. It's a thinking power. So I just emphasize about thinking a lot. Okay, so these are the, in you as a special education teacher, I barely believe you're gonna up to here. And then not most of people, not every people has this. It's based on the how much you think, reflect, read, and then especially you are in the leadership position, like a teacher. Leadership position, you must need this metacognition and higher order cognition to run your, units. So you have a good professor. That means that professor has a metacognition, very sensitive work. And you have a college dean. I have my department head. I have a dean. I have a provost. I have a president of the university. If we meet any those leadership has a lack of this metacognition, higher order thinking, and then those people suffer there because they don't have any directions, no big picture, no vision. We don't know where we are heading for. Okay, so these are the pretty much, or does it make sense? Or it's still saying you are all confused? My previous students, I told you my another class that elementary majors, they said it really make them organize a whole set of knowledge so far they learned. But I'm not sure, you guys, this one slide actually all, if you guys understand this, and then why I'm giving this, I cannot give you all of this in details. However, if you have these patterns, you understand, and then later, I really hope you guys remember this and work and study more. I told you it took me several years to understand this set and generated my own model. It is very difficult, and the more you hear, the more you feel you feel familiar with those terminologies and terms, and then eventually you will understand. So that's I have, and right now it's 3:30. I have a few more